Beats Live. I'm Chris.
And I'm Fred.
We started with signs your partner is losing interest, and today we're discussing signs 3 to 5. Let's go, guys. Number 3, the affection changes. Maybe your partner used to hug you when they came home. Maybe they held your hand. Maybe they kissed you before leaving. Maybe you used to sit close together and talk at night. And now those little moments have disappeared.
Physical intimacy can also change. But again, this needs context. Stress, exhaustion, illness, medication, emotional difficulties, and other circumstances can affect someone's desire for affection or intimacy.
Exactly. So don't turn one difficult period into an accusation. Look at the bigger picture. Are they also emotionally distant? Are they avoiding conversations? Are they consistently uninterested in spending time with you? Are they no longer showing affection in any form? When several changes happen together and continue for a long time, it's worth having an honest conversation.
Don't approach it this way by asking, "Why don't you love me anymore?" But rather say, "I've noticed that we've become less affectionate lately." Is that approach opens a door instead of starting a fight?
This one can be painful. Your partner stops talking about the future with you. You used to hear things like, "One day we'll travel there, when we get our own house." Imagine when we have children. When we start that business, there was a sense of we. But suddenly everything becomes my plans, my money, my future, my life.
Again, independence isn't automatically a bad thing. Healthy couples can have individual goals. The concern is when your partner consistently stops seeing you as part of the life they are planning. And sometimes you notice it during conversations. You ask, "Where do you see us in 5 years?" And they avoid the question completely. Or they say, "I don't know," not twice, but repeatedly.
That's a red flag. If they can't envision a future with you, they're not serious. That doesn't automatically mean the relationship is over. But it does mean you need clarity. You deserve to know whether both of you are walking toward the same future.
And here is the 5th sign. You constantly feel unwanted, not just unappreciated. Unwanted, that's a very powerful distinction. Maybe you can be busy and still feel loved. You can have disagreements and still feel respected.
You can go through financial difficulties and still know that your partner is committed to you. But when you constantly feel like an inconvenience, when your presence irritates them, when they seem happier when you're not around, when your attempts at connection are repeatedly rejected, eventually you begin questioning your own worth. And that's where you need to stop and remember something.
Someone else's lack of attention does not determine your value. Don't spend every day trying to convince someone to love you. A relationship should have mutual effort, otherwise it will end even before it begins.
So what should you actually do if you recognize several of these signs? First, don't panic. Second, don't immediately accuse your partner of cheating.
That's important. Distance doesn't automatically mean there's another person. There could be stress, there could be depression or emotional exhaustion, there could be unresolved resentment.
There could be financial pressure, or perhaps your partner is struggling with something they haven't told you. Have an honest conversation, choose a calm moment, don't start the conversation in the middle of an argument.
And speak about what you've observed rather than attacking their character. Say, "I've noticed that we've been distant lately, and I'm worried about us." Instead of, "You don't love me anymore." Then listen, really listen. Don't prepare your response while they are talking. Sometimes your partner may tell you something difficult to hear. Maybe they feel neglected, maybe they feel overwhelmed, maybe they have been unhappy for a while.
And if both of you still want the relationship, work on it together, improve communication, create time for each other, address unresolved issues, and if necessary, consider professional couples counseling. But there's one more thing. Never confuse fighting for your marriage with begging someone to stay. Yes, you can communicate, you can apologize, you can change unhealthy habits, you can seek help.
A healthy relationship needs two people who are willing to participate.
So if you've noticed these signs, don't immediately pack your bags, but don't ignore them either. Pay attention, communicate, ask questions, and most importantly, be honest with yourself.
Because sometimes the relationship doesn't need an ending. It needs attention. And sometimes it needs a difficult but necessary conversation. If this episode spoke to you, share with someone who may need to hear it. And remember,
never measure your worth by how much attention someone gives you. You deserve a relationship where love is not something you have to constantly beg for.
We'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for tuning in to Lagos Beats. Until then, take care of yourself.
And take care of the relationships that truly matter.